everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of review called What is a Function? This is something that you should already know. But in case you're having difficulty remembering it, we figured it'd be a good idea to throw up a review of what an actual definition of a function is, so it doesn't hurt you on later if you forget. So some things you probably connect with the idea of a function is the function notation. You know, when we have f of x is equal to some equation. Now keep in mind, whatever's inside the parentheses on your function, that's your variable. So it doesn't always have to be f of x, it could be f of t, in which case you'll see t's throughout your equation. Another thing that you also associate it quite often is a vertical line test, which, why do we associate a vertical line with testing if something's a function? Which we'll get to that in just a moment. Another thing, if you have a set of points, that could still be a function. You don't have to connect the dots. Because when you give a set of points, you are telling that's the relation. It's one of those situations where if you sell 2 tickets, you make $20. If you sell 1 ticket, you make $10. You can't sell 1.5 tickets to make $15. That's one of those situations. Connecting the dots makes no sense for the situation. So our formal definition of a function. A function is a relationship between sets of points such that for any given input, there is only one output. So what this means for our standard functions is if you put 5 in for x, you should get some value out for y, say 10. Now the way that this is interpreted also means that if you put 5 in, you should not also be able to get out -10. That's something that would not work. Which also, if you think about that, if you put x as 5 and y as 10, well, if y also works as -10, then that would have 2 separate points on our graph, one directly above the other, so with a vertical line test, it would end up failing. So let's look at a quick example over here in Desmos of, we have a quadratic here, and we have a slider set up on this left-hand side, so we can change and move our vertical line around. Pretty nice. And as you can see, it only ever passes our graph once. That's because for an input of 0.4, well, we are getting, and unfortunately it doesn't do that, so 0.4, we're getting 3.32. Pretty nice. And as you move this around, you can continue to input values, and whenever you put in that value, you should only be getting one output from your function. So that is our actual formal definition of a function. So, hope you enjoy watching the video. See you next time.